When investing in property, chances are you'd have to do some renovating of some sort at some stage. But getting the balance right between renovating for profit and unnecessary spending can be tricky. It can get even trickier when the profit margins are not so high. And that's the case on the property that we're about to take a look at. The property is in a fantastic location. It's in the highly desirable suburb of WMOO in Sydney. The property is a studio apartment. It's just 4 metres by 3 metres, and that means getting the design and the investment absolutely right. And to help the owner of this property get this right, we've invited Catherine Whitting of Decor In Style to take a look at the property and to advise her. Now, I've told you a little bit about the property.
Yes.
It is small.
I know.
The budget is even smaller.
Oh, really?
I think you're going to find it a challenge.
Okay.
Let's go take a look.
Sounds good. Wow, we do have a challenge, don't we?
Is there anything you can do with a property like this?
The first thing with a property like this is you really have to look at what are the biggest problems that we have in the space. Once we establish what they are, then we have to address those. So looking at it, I would say that the kitchen is probably the worst area. What would you think?
I think I'm with you on that one, Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do with the kitchen is rip it out, repaint it and rebuild it.
All of it?
I'd like to get rid of all of it. I like to take the whole lot and chuck it out. I'd
Okay.
like to rebuild it, redesign it and come up with something that's a lot more stylish.
Okay, and does that include these cupboards?
I think I'd like to let these go and not replace them with another cupboard solution. I'm thinking maybe opening up the space so that we get the depth of that wall, because we are so tight on space in here. And maybe using open shelving like you have in a commercial kitchen. There's no point saving something like this, because no matter how much money you put in it, you're still going to have internals that aren't useful and the wrong sizes, and the granite doesn't work, and it just really doesn't give the property the best potential.
Yes.
So I'd like to open up the space by actually making it larger as opposed to smaller than it currently is.
And how's that going to affect the size of you're working in such limited space by making the kitchen larger? Is that not going to encroach on the little amount of space you have?
Well, you would think that, except at the moment we've got this table here with a couple of chairs, which is where you would sit down to eat in, which isn't ideal, and it comes out into the space. So maybe if we put a bench top on top of here and stretch it all the way out as if it was the table, and we could put some stools in, and it's an all-in-one eating and kitchen area.
Okay, and how about the flooring?
The flooring's going.
That's all gone as
the
well?
The whole flooring's
Kitchen
going.
out,
We're stripping the shell. The kitchen's out, the flooring's out.
Okay.
The carpet is so tired, no amount of steam cleaning is going to bring it back.
Gone.
The tiles have got to go. And at the moment they're two different colours. So you've got a bedroom area in the green, and then you've got the kitchen that's got this 1980s angle on it in a different colour.
Yeah.
So now that we're extending the kitchen out across here, I'd like to stretch the flooring out to run in line with the kitchen as well.
Right, okay.
And I'd like to stick with a monochromatic palette, so we'll just use one colour scheme of a nice latte chocolate feel.
Right.
So we'll have a mushroomy colour on the carpet,
right,
and then a slightly deeper chocolate for the tiles.
Okay.
Which should give us an optical illusion of space in here.
Okay. Walls?
Stick with the white, because the white's nice and fresh, but we've got some architectural elements that are really getting lost in the space. You've got this alcove in here. If we paint that the same colour as the feature wall that we've got over here, a nice stone colour which will push that back about 30 centimetres, we'll get that nice sense of depth. And especially when you're walking in through the door, you'll go into a little scenario through this space.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Well, we thought it was going to be a challenge. What about the bathroom?
I don't want to spend too much of the budget on the bathroom. I think if we use a good bright white tile paint, we paint over everything. The tiles, the grout, all of the work in the bathroom is just painted.
Okay.
And we'll make it seem larger by putting the same stone coloured paint on the floor as we have with a nice sandstony, stony colour on the carpet. So it'll all run together, be nice and homogeneous.
All right. So what kind of budget are we talking about?
Well, I'd probably say the rule of thumb is you normally spend the same on product as you do in labour. So I'd like to work with a budget of say 5,000 on product.
Okay.
And 5,000 on labour.
Okay, so we're talking about spending about 10,000.
About 10,000 in total to
Okay.
completely change it. At the moment, it's tired, it's old, it oozes an ex-rental apartment.
Okay.
And I want to turn it into that contemporary lifestyle that Woolloomooloo has and that
Right.
cafe culture.
Okay. All
And I
right.
think with the right materials and finishes, we can work a bit of magic with that.
Okay. Now, Catherine, how long is this going to take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's heaps.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, well, I can't wait to come back in 2 weeks' time and have a look at it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.